Hi guys, 732 Review Crew back. I am Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
And this is Battlestar Galactica Season 4, Episode 14, Blood on the Scales. Now, last episode, what happened?
Armed Rebellion!
Yeah, thank you. Armed Rebellion.
So much happened.
And last thing that we saw was Ty and Adama getting ready to defend themselves, but a grenade of some sort was thrown into the room, and Gaeta gave the okay to fire on Rosalind's ship.
Yeah.
We're about to see what's going to happen, repercussions of these actions, and if some people may die. I'm ready to find out, though. We're going to be starting this one in 3, 2, 1. Thank you for joining us.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of ramifications.
Fucking crazy.
I feel like people have to die. Like, Gaeta's going to have to die. Like, he's going to be...
Oh, Gate is dead.
Order your flight to engage the target and destroy.
Roger, Galactica.
Whoa. It's the brig rat.
Hot dog, Tally, I got her. Colonial Raptor, Red Viper 2, identify yourself immediately. Repeat, identify.
Hot dog, dig the crap out of your ears. Engage.
Come on, Hot Dog, don't do it.
Hot dog, Nacho. Destroy the target or disengage.
This is President Laura Roslin.
On aboard the Raptor, do not fire.
Gauge
I
channel
was
transmission.
to escape for the mutineers who have taken over Galactica. Do not fire.
She already said mutineers who've taken over Galactica.
That's all they had to say. That's all I had to say.
Oh, target status report. I don't know. That was the president. She's on board the target.
Belay that. Put Ty with the Cylons. Bring Adama up here now.
What?
He's gonna shoot him. Or attempt to.
You were given an order, now follow it.
Hot dog, stop fracking thinking and shoot, goddammit.
Come on, keep thinking, keep thinking.
Frack, Nacho. I'm in.
Hot Dog?
A missile lock on us.
Woo!
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
What did you do?
The government has lost control.
Our government has not lost control.
Excuse me, how would you describe it, Madam President? Adama is a fugitive. Gaeta has an army.
If they're willing to do that.
It's not safe. We have to jump. No, I have to agree.
Well, what about the final four?
If you jump, you'll never see them again. If you stay put, you give Adama a chance to save them. Put your
He's
ship
back
in
in
the
it.
middle of the fleet. Use the fleet for cover. Give Adama some time. But what? No, Gaeta won't jeopardize the fleet. He doesn't have the guts. Now, come on, do it.
She's really back in it.
I mean, it's kind of do or die at the moment.
I care too much for this ship to let it be overrun by rats.
If only you cared as much about the people on it.
You have no frickin' idea.
Now then
He knows
show me.
every single one of their
You want
names.
to save some lives? Get on the radio and call Roslin. I'll ask you one more time, Admiral.
Admiral. You're the Admiral now.
Ooh.
So you call up Roslyn. Make her laugh.
All hands to battle stations. Second edition 1. We're moving into the fleet. Gage, spin up our FTL. Alert the ship captains to do the same.
Now you're gonna shoot me, Mr. Gaeta.
Wow.
Bro.
He's I love how...
Before the intro, dude.
So, still not going well.
That'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh, so they literally...
I didn't realize Colonial 1 fit in the hangar.
That's pretty cool.
Is he flirting right now?
They're there still. Let's go.
In your case, cut off one of your frickin' legs.
I have a net over the base ship, you know. You didn't have to bring the whole quorum with you.
If you're insisting on the trial,
I'm insisting.
then I want them where I can keep an eye on them.
Hey, look.
Why'd they take him into custody? Oh, for the trial.
Suppose anyone's gonna feed my dog.
No!
The punishment for these crimes is death by firing squad.
But I'm not a very good shot.
We need a lawyer to handle his defense.
They need a pimp.
Commander Gaeta will represent the people.
Commander Gaeta. Love to.
Bring in the judges.
I will be serving as judge.
Shove it up your ass. I don't need a frickin' lawyer.
You are charged with treason,
By
with
who?
desertion, with giving comfort and aid to the
joke.
enemy, and you will answer for these crimes.
Oh yeah, I did bathe and watch them.
This is the president. This is Laura Ross. Hello.
I love that she's shouting. Hello, please. Anybody hear me?
I brought you here because I wanted him to meet people who refuse to give up, people who have the courage to voice their dissent, but at the end of the day, still stand by your president.
Did they hear Rosalind's message?
Probably.
I think you should leave now, Mr. Vice President.
And I pulled out my gun. Oh, fuck.
Shoot them.
Is that the line? That was a pause.
The quorum is
That might
dead.
be the fucking line. I mean, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, that's
The people's representatives.
those
are now
fuckers
dead.
didn't do anything.
Gata. Gata. He's
Agreed to this.
Yeah, no, this might be it.
This is a coup that you
Oh.
began.
What have you done?
This is what happens.
We had the truth on our side now. No.
The truth is told by whoever's left standing.
Jesus Christ.
We're jumping away. We have a chance to survive. I'm sorry, I would have thought as one of the final five, you'd have a broader vision.
You.
No one believed that we would survive the Cylon nuclear holocaust or the hell on New Caprica or the 50,000 other crises we've lived through, but we did. We're here. We've made this veritable habit out of defying the odds, particularly William Adama.
William
And he is
Adama.
alive.
William.
And when that day comes, he's gonna know who stuck with him and who ran. Now, who do you want to be?
They're both so good right now. Even though they kind of overstep boundaries to get here, but
Looking for a gun?
Aaron. Sprung you, did they? Just shoot me now. I'm too fracking tired to get out. You're a fracking machine, get out. That's right, I'm a machine. But what does that make you? Dumbass.
Oh, there's no gun.
Yeah. They looted it already.
This was a hell of a ship once.
no.
Could have told you she was trouble.
Oh,
Thanks. Wouldn't have mattered.
They're bonding. Gonna kill him? Yeah.
Go on. Keep going. Go! Fuck!
oh, they're all starting to crack a little bit about this. I love that.
Gata and Zurich are gonna fail.
You really believe that?
What do you think?
You have people out there mobilizing. I saw them. Give them a chance to do something. Stall up. We've been ready to proceed for some time.
Who's peeing? Oh,
Is this? I feel like they've been building up her anger for a whole season, just to vent it all
this is where she.
on this arc.
This is where she becomes the harbinger of death and destruction.
What is that?
I love that. No, stop it. So cool.
The grenade was a dummy.
No, it was.
No, it was a dummy. It didn't go off.
Did he not pull the pin? He just threw it.
Never pull the pin.
Not funny.
Yeah, it would have been if you thought of it.
Oh, now they got some help. Give Athena a gun.
Where is he? Wait a minute. Where is he? Where's my father?
Kelly took him.
Her and Sam. Oh!
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Oh.
Sam is shot.
Take care and go to Baltar's people. No one wants to go near those nut jobs. You'll be safe there. He's gonna go.
I can take care of myself.
Saul!
Leave.
Saul!
Apollo! Lee, go! Get your father! Now go!
It's got so hectic.
I know, there's like 3 people shouting at each other.
I think he's hitting like the brain or something.
I didn't give them aid and comfort. They gave it to me.
We just got word that Ty and the skin jobs escaped. Don't worry, sir, we're on it.
Jarek hates this.
Saul Ty.
He's got no firm foundation.
Trying to escape.
Saltai was a Cylon. And even when you discovered that he was, you let him remain the XO, didn't you?
Not answering any more questions for you, Mr. Gaeta.
Ooh.
Prisoner is guilty as charged.
This is President Laura Rothman speaking from the Cylon base ship. Felix Gaeta has seized Galactica by force.
She's tenacious. She found a signal through.
She did. Got spunk.
It worked. They couldn't jam it.
I thought this would do the trick.
What is that?
Show me your fracking hands!
Come on, Lambkin. Yeah!
Oh, Lampkin! Oh, Lampkin!
Oh, man.
Lampkin is a man right now.
Give me my glasses
Classic.
back.
You have to help me get him to coddle.
I don't have to do shit.
He's gonna die.
Sorry.
Come on, Lampkin.
Come on, your sense of justice, Lambkin.
This has only been 8 hours since like the start of the day. It's 1400.
Come on, Kelly. Come on, Kelly.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh.
No, 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 no. I don't like that. Don't do that. Okay.
Where's the old man?
Where? I'm coming with you.
Yeah.
Detail ready?
Why the white thing on him?
It's a thing.
So you won't see. It's a courtesy.
No, I meant on his chest.
Yeah. Okay.
Dreaming, I couldn't wake you.
He gets premonitions now?
And another fucking 6 model?
We all share memories, dude.
I want to make you feel better.
Didn't cut off my legs. I ran.
Ooh.
Fear makes people behave differently.
I didn't run out of fear, not this time anyway. I've got a kind of following on Galactica. Like a fan club. Publicly I humor it. I have to go back. I have to go back. That's my responsibility.
He's their shepherd.
This is fucking crazy.
All over the course of 9 hours.
He doesn't want him?
Carry out the execution.
Whew.
Yes, sir.
Oh my god, let's go. Ambush, man.
Told me you were dead. For a while I was, Bill.
Dude, Ty says some crazy shit.
I want to take back my ship.
Sorry, sir. I've always respected you. But I hate the Cylons. And I can't take orders from a leader who won't fight them.
Colonel, stand down.
Belladonna was tried and found guilty of his crimes. Firing squad executed him this morning. It's done, Laura.
She doesn't believe it.
No, not now. Not ever.
Do you hear me? I will use every cannon.
Every bomb, every bullet, every weapon I have down to my own eye teeth to end you.
Eye teeth.
I'm coming for all of you.
Damn.
Uh-oh.
Wait a second. Don't tell me they're gonna jump. Oh, God.
Oh, dude.
We have a military leader and a president all in one.
Is he gonna shoot on the FTL? Oh! Is that what he's doing this whole time?
Everybody. Come on, Tyrell.
Come on, Tyrell.
Flip the switch.
This is President Laura Rothman.
The building moment of the confront. Senior chip.
Oh, they turn him. Oh, because he's not senior chief.
Damn it, Adama and his up-to-date regulations.
Wow, they gathered a lot of people.
FTL just went offline.
Tyrell's literally the squirrel chewing on the wire.
Gator, wake up. What the frack are you doing? Launch your birds.
One day soon, there's gonna be a reckoning.
Adama.
Wake up!
Weapons, hold!
Put your weapon here!
Just shoot Zarek.
Connect me with the president.
Yes, sir.
Madam President, this is the Admiral. Stand down.
Without a word, they did it.
8,
That's fucking presence.
9 hours.
Tyrell.
The squirrel that saved the day.
Dude, what a crazy drive. What is that? Oh no, what? What?
The FTL drive fractured when he pulled it out.
Restaurants shaped like food.
How high are they?
What is happening? Oh yeah.
What's up? How'd you get here?
It stopped. Fire.
What stopped?
Pain.
The phantom leg.
Oh.
Wow, what a way to end that episode.
I love that.
Jeez.
That was really, really good. So a lot of people were saying that last episode and this episode especially were considered like one of the greatest arcs. You know, on the last video we posted, a bunch of people were saying just get ready because obviously there's going to be some sort of amazing finale to the rebellion, and I think no other way it could have ended.
I mean, it ended the exact way I thought it.
Exactly.
I think we all thought it.
Exactly.
And I mean,
It was perfect.
There weren't really any surprises in there, which I think is the only thing I'm kind of bummed out about. No major death.
I mean, they murdered the quorum,
Yeah,
which is like the tipping point where all of the support started to falter.
Yeah, I didn't really like the part where Gaeta was like, "Oh, like you've gone too far." I was like, "What?"
Well, because he was
There's
doing.
just people murdering each other all over the ship, and he's like, "Oh no!" Like the
There's a difference.
execution was
No,
too
there's a
much.
difference because the fighting on the ship is active. You know, it's an active fight. So like, it's not the same as murdering the quorum in cold blood.
I understand, but like they were well past the point of like.
There's a huge difference between cold blood.
There's a big reason too, because the whole reason they started the rebellion was because of overstepping of government onto individual boundaries, because they weren't going to listen to the ship captains when they decided they didn't want the Cylons to upgrade their ships. So Gaeta was completely trying to side with the people because he thought Adama and Roslin were overstepping, you know.
Which they were.
They were. But, you know, regardless of that, you know, what's happening right now was Gaeta realized that once Tom Zarek overseated the quorum, he was on the wrong side because he is no longer following the will of the people. He is following the will of Tom Zarek. So that's the whole thing of why he flipped.
Always followed the will of Tom Zarek.
I know, but at first he was a guy, you know, under the guise of he was doing it for the people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're right, because had the quorum agreed, or like 10 of the 12 agreed or whatever, it would have been different, because it would have been like the people who are with you kind of thing.
It seems like the quorum didn't even trust Tom Zarek.
No one trusts Tom
because they voted him out of power. Basically, they said it looks like they basically impeached him when he was there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, also Gaeta was never fully committed. So,
Gaeta was committed to the sense that one, he
felt he was doing the right thing. However, he didn't have the resolve to do whatever, air quotes, was necessary.
Gaeta didn't have an objective to get to at all costs. He had a plan that he wanted to put in motion to reach an objective.
And this was
which is a big difference.
This was Tom Zarek's penultimate plan that he's been doing since we saw him the first episode. We were like, what does this revolutionary leader want? And it was just total power, as we knew. But the journey of how he got there was important, because he disguised himself as a politician, as a vice president, giving advice. And then he ends up coming out just like, you know, as he said, what's the difference between me and Adama? And Adama just has the support of, you know, other people, which he's earned through hard work and labor and stuff like that, you know, and respect. But Tom Zarek is, has the same basically, end goal plan where that, as Adama, where if you don't want to follow his plans, then he's going to do it anyway.
Oh yeah.
Because they both are technically, dictators a little bit, or kings, if you want to, because of how many people are left in this world. They are trying to impose their will, like Rosalind is imposing her will, but
she is.
But they have the miracles they've survived to kind of back up their, decisions, whereas he has nothing.
The only real difference is that Rosalind and Adama, whether everyone agrees or not, are doing what they think is in the best interest of everyone, right? Like they think they know what's best, and they're squarely following that path. Whereas Tom Zarek and Gaeta, it was really just, we disagree with that, but more importantly, fuck the Cylons. Like they weren't trying to do what was necessarily the best for everyone, because they felt what was the best for everyone was to eliminate the Cylons and then figure it out from there.
Yeah.
So there was no end plan.
Yeah, there's no objective.
So yes, fair.
And it's important to point out.
I mean, they were shooting for the stars, though, air quotes. They were going for the whole thing.
It's important to point out, though, that there was a big distinction of, people who were part of the coup. You have the people, like you said, who were, say, fuck the Cylons, because they were completely against Cylons no matter what, due to past, like, for example, Captain Jamie, or whatever, Jamie, the CAG of the Pegasus that was on, that was being held up by, was it Lee or no, Ty at the end when he got the execution order. That guy was anti-Cylon no matter what, because he was like, I respect you, Admiral, but I can't do anything with you because of Cylons, just because you support the Cylons. Whereas we have the other guy that saw Tyrol in the vents, and they had a good laugh. And they started reminiscing. And then that guy ends up, and then he cracks, right? Is that the guy who cracks and helps?
Kelly,
Kelly, yeah. So there's a big difference where you have people who are vehemently cannot, they're extremists in the sense that they will never ever work with a Cylon no matter what, because of the prior war, which, fair with them because of the trauma. But then you have the other ones who, even though they know, like, Tyrol's at Cylon and stuff like that, we have, some cracks forming even in this 9-hour period of the revolution, where they're kind of like, I know you're a good guy. I know you're not a Cylon, just my past experiences. Like, I know you're a Cylon, but maybe you're one of the good ones, So, like, they don't follow the same thing. And Hot Dog is another example of, someone with the cracks forming, because he was not listening to the direct orders because he can't verify it. And, he's not used to Gaeta giving orders that way.
Well, more importantly,
but we also see he was one of the people that was a little bit more friendly to Cylons because he was working together with the chief to, father his child. That they had to, So, but if he was a Cylon hater, he would have been completely against all of that since the beginning. Like we saw, the nurse was, like mad that the resources were being used.
Right.
Hot Dog was just happy that Cylon, that chief was willing to work with him. And it's important to distinction, because all those who are vehemently anti-Cylon are the ones who probably are going to be in the brig, arrested, no longer part of the Galactica crew. And then the ones who were the ones that, Adama said, there's going to be a reckoning. Make sure you're on the right side, basically, too.
Well, I also I feel like this is supposed to be putting us in position for a few reasons. First of all, obviously now the FDL is inactive.
It's correct.
So ergo, here come fucking Brother Cavill any day now. And they're going to be sitting ducks.
Or they're going to do the reverse. They're going to put the Cylon technology onto the Galactica.
Maybe, sure. I also think they're setting it up for Adama to hopefully have some fucking introspection for once and see shit from someone else's perspective, and can at least come to terms and realize maybe we should have more of a discussion about this, because I think the one thing Gaeta said to him that hit him this episode is he keeps saying how much he cares about the ship. And Gaeta's like, I wish you only care that much about the people in it. And he's not wrong, because he's not thinking, his heart is in the right place, but as a result, he's alienating himself from a lot of the people who have who respect him. Right?
That's fair.
I mean, that's part of the reason what even just happened in the first place, is that he's alienating the people who he's supposed to be like in charge of and taking care of.
But at the same time, he also is one of those leaders who knows the name of every single person in front of him because he takes time to learn the names of all the people aboard his ship.
Sure.
So that's the counter argument for him being a leader like that. I feel like he's more of like a, I relate to him.
Fuck your feelings.
He's becoming more like Admiral Kane of the Pegasus, where it's, he's not killing people and being that iron-fisted directly,
Right.
because we like him. We see it less hot like that because we've been with him this long. But he is like, I am upgrading all your ships. I am doing this. He's not asking. He's I am doing. And it's okay initially because the president is on his side. And then, as things go on, she's not there to answer that she, okay with this. Or, for example, once they start to see, the president kind of cracking a little bit after Earth, they're kind of like, they start to form, cracks towards him too. And it was important for her to step back up in these moments to reaffirm that she is still the strong leader they need, because she was weak after they found a devastated Earth.
Being wrong,
which was
lying to everyone.
And I think part of that is, unfortunately, because she stopped taking her medicine last episode or the episode before, and
she's awake again, kind of.
Partially.
She's on very borrowed time now.
Yes, because we saw that, the Dr. Cottle said, she'll feel really good for a short period of time, which is why it was important for us to note that it's only been 9 hours during this rebellion. And then she had that fight back into her because of Adam being in trouble. And I think she's going to unfortunately crash now.
Well, I think she's going to actually fulfill her destiny.
And die.
And I think she's going to help them, figure it out and find a habitable planet, but she's going to die before they get there.
It's true. A favorite character came back this episode, Mr. Lampkin.
Dude,
yeah,
absolute G.
I love him. In every scene he's there, he's great. And this one, he's carefully skirting the lines of a coup while defending the person that coup's against, even going as far as to whisper to his defendant's ear, his client's ear, while armed guards are watching him. He's like, I didn't say anything. We're ready.
We've been waiting.
I thought that was great, but also his willingness to help Sam and Starbuck in the situation where he could have just left
dead,
with himself.
I guess, right?
Sam is really wounded.
Well, I was gonna say and I don't know if I can actually properly explain what I mean by this, but I feel like Lampkin and Starbuck have the same energy as characters, completely different styles and how they push that energy, but they're both so competent, gung-ho, fiery, it's the same core energy driving them through stuff. It's just Starbuck is bloodlusty as we've seen, and Lampkin's more cold and calculating, but they're both throwing daggers the entire time.
And both crazy still, because we know his dog is dead.
Yeah, no,
but this episode, he's who's gonna feed my dog?
They're the same energy.
His cat was dead.
Oh, whatever.
He got the dog.
Yeah, he got the dog back.
Yeah, you're right. He did get a dog. I was remembering the cat thing.
It's the rebellion dog. That was the dog from the rebellion. That's what's important. Because apparently, fun fact about that is the fans on the forums were asking what happened to the dog. So that's the writer's way of bringing
the dog's still alive.
The dog's fine.
Oh, and Baltar.
Whoa, we haven't seen the dog. The cat was fine too.
Baltar had a good moment. He was
Gator?
like, "My people need me. They need me. But maybe we can have sex one more time, and then I'll go, and then I'll go back to them."
Well, it seems like he's finally cracking and becoming tired. He's tired of running.
It's a constant cycle of Baltar.
All this has happened before.
Run, Savior, run.
It's not like he came back and saved them. They were in no immediate danger. Clearly,
they even mentioned it. They're like, no one wants to go near those loonies.
That's one of those. That's one of those. It's all this has happened before, and all this will happen again. Baltar is important. Baltar's on the run. Baltar is important. Baltar's on the run. Baltar is important. Baltar's on the run. Starbuck's crazy. Starbuck's killing. Starbuck's crazy. Starbuck's killing. Lee doesn't know what he wants to do. He does. He does it. He does. He does. He does.
I love both episodes are hysterical for Baltar because last episode he's like, him and Rosalind have a heart-to-heart. He's like, I am a bit of a pussy, aren't I? She's like, you have no idea. And he's like, that's fair. It was harsh, but fair. And then this episode, he's like, oh man, that really sucks. There's a coup going on. Meanwhile, he's just getting fucking laid.
He's like, I have to go back.
And then he realizes he has post that clarity. he's like,
I have a responsibility.
I have people who look up to me. What the fuck?
Wait, I have work. I need to get
He literally called in his fan club. I'm like, he's such a bitch.
But then he realizes he's he comes back. He's like, those are my people. He starts to feel responsible for them, which is, I feel like, a little bit of an important growth.
Him go back to them. He was like, gonna get high with Gaeta.
I love that resigned to the Gata's fate moment where Gata's completely resigned to, his fate in that moment. And as a result, he has the ability to sit down with Baltar, who, at one point you have to remember that he was, a biggest fan of Baltar, the liaison for him, as well as his vice president, was it? No, or he was the secretary.
I actually feel like Gaeta got exactly what he wanted. Because I don't think Gaeta ever wanted to.
He didn't want power.
He didn't want Adama's position.
Yeah.
He wanted to scream loud enough that people would hear, and he did.
Yeah. He did. And then now things that the reform.
So, and that's why he said at the end he hopes people know who he is, because he was doing it for a reason. It was like him declaring his outrage and standing up for what he believed in.
Sure.
I mean, whether it's right or wrong, we don't have to get into.
No, yeah, but I'm
just saying, I think, the reason in that scene he is content with dying is that he, in a way, I think accomplished what he wanted to.
Yeah, no, I understand. And Zarek, I think that look over to Gaeta at the end wasn't a look of camaraderie. At least at first, that first glance, there was contempt that Gaeta wouldn't follow through and push. And then I think it slowly softened a little bit by the end of their stare. I don't know.
It's resigned to fate.
It was really good imagery, and the actors really delivered.
I'm gonna say what he didn't want, what Zarek didn't want to happen is happening. He didn't care if he died a hero of the people. He is dying the person who killed the quorum and instigated a military revolt. So he's going down with a bad name.
But I would say he knew his position going in. He knew it was either going to end with him on top or him in the position he ended up in.
Yeah.
So I think he was also prepared for that.
I feel like he had higher expectations for himself.
I think he thought he was going to.
I thought he was going to string the quorum.
Whereas I really think Gaeta at that. I think Gaeta was ready to die.
Oh yeah, no,
I think he was ready to die the moment that he started that whole thing.
The big crack came from the murdering of the quorum, I think, because that's when it went from a military revolution to a full-scale cleansing of the government too.
He was gonna kill Adama.
He was gonna kill, which is fine. Adama, they thought deserved to die based on the crimes that they were, they said he committed. In their minds, he was guilty. The quorum was innocent. The only crime they committed, in air quotes crime, was getting rid of Zarek because they saw him as a potential issue, and they also believed that they didn't need him and they could do another probably election and start over with a new government.
I think they just didn't support him with the coup thing.
Oh yeah.
Well, you also have to.
A lot of people don't support coups.
A lot of this episode was Gaeta pushing out his guilt. This episode,
and he got it all out.
And I think he got a lot of it out. That's why he kept saying aid and comfort. And Adama's like, what do you fucking mean comfort? What are you talking about? I made him breakfast? And he kind of makes fun of him. But I think part of that is Gaeta's internal remorse and guilt about
you're right. The Sharon
being taken advantage of by the Sharon.
Yeah.
And that's what fueled much of his hatred. So I think that was just it's seeping out that way.
And I think it's important to also note that the whole wake up thing was great from Tom Zarek yelling at Gaeta right as Adama arrives. He's yelling, wake up, because Gaeta's frozen because he's realizing that the revolution failed. Because I think he's realizing he doesn't actually have the will of the people as much as he thought. He has the will of some people. And just like Tom Zarek said, the momentum carried through on the others. But once the others got a little time to sit there and think and look around and see what state their ship was in, they kind of also had the same thing that Casey had, where the guy Kelly had, where they were like, shit, man, this is my home, this isn't the correct way to do this, and they started to feel remorse. We saw Kelly was literally freaking out over what was happening, and as a result, flip sides, you have to wonder how many other people in the fleet did that too.
Yeah.
Whereas other ones like Narcho and the cap what's his face Jamie were willing to kill people for it. So we have both sides. So we're going to see some thinning of the herd right now as we lose a bunch of probably named people to jail or, execution also.
There's just two details I want to point out because I really liked them in the show or really hated them. First and foremost, fucking Starbucks shooting with the double pistol cross thing. I fucking hated that.
The
so
harbinger
much.
of death and destruction.
I don't care what anyone said. I know it's supposed to look cool. It seemed kitschy and Matrixy to me, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Is this?
I agree. I think they did it for the cool effect, and it had the exact opposite.
She would probably know better. I don't think that she would take that many
It would
style
be cooler if
points.
she just went boom, boom, boom.
Well,
boom.
I actually think they were making fun of themselves there.
Okay.
Because
I'll take that.
Because Lee just throws the grenade and she's like, "Yeah, motherfuckers, die!" And then she ducks for cover, and he's like, I forgot to. So Lee in that scenario is not trying to be cool or anything. She's trying way too hard to be cool, and then by the end of it, Lee is the cool one, and she looks like an idiot.
I love that.
So
Okay.
I think
I'll take that.
That
I'll
to
take
me is, I think, what they were having a little fun with.
I'm taking that, and that's good.
You would thought it was funny if you did it. I love that comment.
Yes.
On a more somber and serious note, I like that just before Gaeta gets murdered with the firing squad, where he like says, "I don't feel it anymore," like the phantom leg. And I thought that was a really cool detail, because it's documented among survivors that when you realize you're about to die, like your brain kind of resets, and a lot of things that you haven't been able to get through mentally suddenly click into place, and you realize that, like, oh fuck. And I really like that they kind of acknowledged that and gave him that like moment of clarity before death. It was a detail that didn't need to be there, that was really powerful for me.
I like that because that's the literal, and then I felt like the force behind them even having him say that was also all of these things had been building and building
The
and
fury
building
inside
in him, and it was finally the moment of like he can let it all go.
Really good layers.
So,
Such
yeah,
good
It was great,
layers.
right? Yeah. All right. I think that was a great discussion for this one. That was really enjoyable arc. Can't wait to
was.
see what happens, because we have, I think, about 7 episodes left in the series before it is over. So there's only one way for us to find out, and that's to keep watching. So thank you for joining us. I'm Mikey.
I'm Joe.
I'm Mike.
We're the review crew. If you enjoy our content, check out our Patreon, that has full lengths for this and other series, as well as movie polls and TV show polls, as we are going to be dropping replacement polls for this show. Make sure to check it out, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Toodaloo.
Man, it was so good.